So I was shopping up this weekend talking to a person I do consulting work with, and he's like, listen, Mike, I want to open a bank account for a company that we're working on, but we deal in crypto, so we don't want what happened to other banks, right? Despite Trump's executive order that you can't be debanked for crypto or political views, we don't want to get debanked. And I was trying to get him to understand that that's not what the Clarity Act is going to do or is intended to do. I'll break it down briefly in this video because I think that although I've spoken about it, people still don't understand. So there's two organizations in the United States. One is called the CFTC. By the way, happy President's Day and happy Chinese New Year tomorrow. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Remember, liking, sharing, and subscribing is totally free. Doesn't cost you 1 cent. It supports me, supports the channel, so I can bring you more value. So we have the CFTC again, the United States Commodities and Futures Trading Commission, and we have the United States SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, two separate organizations. To keep it very simple again, the SEC, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, deals in investment contracts, aka stocks, the stock market. Very simple. Anything else from betting to commodities, this is, in my opinion, it's right now, before cryptocurrency, it's anything that's tangible that not one entity can control. Not that they hold it, but that one entity can control. It's naturally occurring in the real world. Gold, silver, rice, copper, and even betting to a certain extent. Basically, anything that's not a stock is governed by the CFTC. All the Clarity Act is doing at the very, very basic level is separating crypto into two separate categories. One is the stock market / investment contract. This means that I own a company. I give stocks. I basically release stocks in one way or another to raise money for that company. In the real world right now, we use the examples of this are the Mag 7, right? Your Facebooks, your Metas, any other company. By the way, this could be Oreos, right? Nabisco, I think, has stocks. Any company in the stock market, either in the US or in a stock market, equity market abroad. All it is, okay, instead of me issuing a stock, I'm issuing tokens. And now that's called an investment contract because I'm giving you a promise of here, own part of my company. And as our company products grow, we make more money. We're going to give you either dividends or the value of the stock will rise one day. I'm promising you this, hopefully. And then you can sell this at a profit. That's an investment contract / stock. Now, again, CFTC, commodities, cryptocurrencies, for example, like Bitcoin, right? Litecoin, not one company owns these. Sure, a company can own a lot of them, but no one company is issuing them and saying, hey, we have a promise that you will make money in the future based on a product we're selling. So at the basic level, that's the main thing. Now, the second thing that we're dealing with is, unfortunately, something that we actually solved last year with the Genius Act is yields for stable tokens. So basically right now, if you go to a bank and you give them $1,000 in a savings account, they don't give you jack shit. It is what it is. And if you want to take your money out, guess what? You have to pay a fine because you promised the bank you would keep it in there and they can use your money for other things. So right now, in the genius of stable coins, exchanges have decided, listen, we make money off of this, off of the yields, so we're going to give yield back to the customers. So now people are incentivized to say, fuck the banks, excuse my language, and put their money, instead of a savings account at Bank of America or JP Morgan Chase, hopefully they don't fucking ban me blocking for this, I'm going to go to Coinbase, I'm going to go to a Robinhood, right, for example, or Gemini, and I'm going to put my $1,000 in there, and I'm going to get 6% or 7% or 8% year on year. And I'm going to get paid weekly or bi-weekly just for having my money saved there instead of having it in the banks. So those are the two basic things that they're supposed to do. On top of that, again, so now, just to reiterate, for people that are listening to this later, differentiate what cryptocurrencies are investment contract stocks versus which ones are commodities. Second, yield. Can exchanges give yields to their customers, which will make bank savings accounts less attractive. Now, the final aspect of this is growing the power of the CFTC. This is very important because if 90% of cryptos are commodities and they're not tied to an investment contract, promise that where they're going to give you money. Remember, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Liking and commenting, love it. If nobody controls these, how do the prices get manipulated up and down? Because a lot of these exchanges have no rules. So the last and final thing that the Clarity Act is intended to do is to give the CFTC more power to go after bad actors. Basically, to avoid what happened with the stock market in the 1920s that created the Great Depression in the 1930s in the United States of America. That's exactly what the last aspect of the Clarity Act is doing. And the way they can do this is through basically putting people in prison in the US if they don't follow rules for insider trading and all that. One, no more wash trading, no more spoof trading. Wash trading is when a company basically creates separate accounts and sells it back and forth, basically fake selling. Let's just say, for example, me and three of my friends, we have a cryptocurrency. We each create like 20 AI bots and we just trade amongst ourselves to create increased activity so people want to buy into the project. That is illegal if the Clarity Act passes. That's called wash trading. Spoof trading is similar. Spoof trading is a form of wash trading, but basically you're internally doing it in an exchange. And again, that also controls the price because when you spoof trade, it scares people into thinking, oh shit, a lot of the projects being sold is going to go lower. A lot of the projects being bought is going to go higher. So just to finalize, the reason I'm doing this is because a lot of people don't understand what the Clarity Act is intended to do. The Clarity Act is not going to fix crypto. Remember, generally speaking, three major aspects of it. Aspect number one, differentiate which cryptos are commodities versus which cryptos are stocks, investment contracts. Number two, clarify, can crypto exchanges give customers a reason to want to leave bank savings accounts by giving them yield? Last and finally, give increased power to the CFTC, seeing that most cryptocurrencies are commodities, to go after exchanges or manipulators in the United States, which is easier, or abroad through treaties. That's it. With that being said, love to see your comments in the comment section. That being said, I am out.